Well, second day of my holidays, I'm just going to start sanding the van down. But first of all, I've got to get the pad for the DA and stick a new Velcro thing on because the glue's gone on it. So I'll do that first. Well, I've been at it about an hour, done all that, but wherever the lacquer's off, it takes a little bit longer to do. I've got a couple of spots over there now. All I'm left to do is that corner. It's about an hour to do the bumper, which ain't bad. I'm happy. Well, thank God it's only the front that's got lacquer on, because around the edge of where you sand it, it all peels up after it starts drying, and you've got to remove every bit of lacquer. But thank God the rest of the van's sprayed, so it's just a matter of rubbing down. Well, talk about sanding. I'm at it, this is 4 hours now, and the more I do, the more the edge goes back down here, and the more I've got to trace it in. So I'll come right in from there and right in from here. So until that's done, it'll be a waste of time. So let's get at it. Well, I've got to stop. It's coming out at 6 o'clock. We've done the two front wings, which took no time. The front is totally deglazed, and the other wing is done. So tomorrow I'll do the rest of the body, take the roof racks off. Won't take me long. Well, today I've got the bonnet off, and I'm giving the van a wash over now. And give her a day or two to dry, then get her in the garage. She'll be all done. Bumper's off. Just got to get the number plate off the back. Well, I was washing the van down. I got to the back, took the number plate and the bumpers off, and that's going to hold me up half a day. I found little bits of rust trying to come through there and here, so I've treated it. Needs sanding and filling, and I had a couple of little bits here. They actually need filling, they're rusted. So I've actually found some rust on the van, so that's going to slow me down half a day. Never mind, I'll get there. Well, there you go, half a day, as I said, sanding, rust treating, and I touched that up with brush to get a nice thick coat on there, and I dabbed up a few other bits. I just got to touch up, good wash tomorrow, and she's ready for spraying. Well, there she is, sanded down, all the door trims, inside the doors, inside the bonnet, inside the back doors, all sanded down and washed and wiped over with a cloth, ready to go in the garage to dry, and we'll see about getting some spraying done tomorrow. So, fingers crossed, get her in the garage and get her dry. Okay, so like I said, the roof's going to be the awkward bit. I've got to do the back end, move the van back in, and then do the front end. Even out, I'll try and do it all in one, which we'll wait and see how it goes. Okay, so I've done the roof. Now I've masked up the side, and I'll do it all in one go. And I'm getting a bit worried because I might run out of paint, because this sprayer's putting it on a little bit thicker than I thought for. But we'll wait and see. I'm going to set the gun better this time, and we'll see how we get on. There's 2 blowovers. I got one more to do. Little dents. You can see the little dent there. We wouldn't put it out, but I'm not worried. The main thing is it's one colour and it's waterproof. Well, that's all we spoke. So she's had 4 blowovers, and some of the white marks went white back to the white. I've touched up places. There's a little neck there, white, and here where it was old paint, I've oversprayed it, and she's looking lovely. In the winter I might give her another coat all over. Now that just here is the dents, but I can't get them out because there's paneling inside. But as always, my vans are done up to be good, clean and roadworthy, not as classic cars. As long as they look good, I'm happy. But there you go guys, that's the side done, door and the roof. and it's all looking good. In the real world, I would have took all the rubbers out, took all the wing mirrors off, I'd have done everything, but this isn't the real world, this is Pete's world, and it looks, when it's going down the road at 100 miles an hour, she look lovely. Well, that's what I done on this side. I touched up all the little patches. You can still see them showing through there. I touched them all up first, and then I give her 2 sprays. So I'm leaving her a really long time now, half hour, and then I'm going to spray her all over again. And then if, like the other side, there's still any blemishes showing, I should just mask the blemishes over. You can see them there. And here, there's a line where somebody masked the top of the boat, the top of the van before, and there was a bloody great paint ridge along there. So I've got to rub that to get it out. It's now at a line all the way along, but hopefully I can cover it. Fingers crossed. And the bonus, it looks like I'm going to have just enough paint, because the back doors ain't going to take up much, and it's the bonnet that's going to need more. So fingers crossed, 1 litre of paint down the van all over. Well, we've done the rest of the van, all bar the back doors. I've masked it all up again now. I'm ready to do the bonnet. This is the bit that's going to take the paint. It's going to take a while to do. So fingers crossed. There's the start. Let's hear the finish. Well, I'll give it 1 go over. And it doesn't look like I'm going to have enough paint to cover it, because that white took some bloody covering and it still ain't covered yet. So fingers crossed. Might not be able to do the back doors. Well, I opened the throttle up a bit on the gun that time, and it's starting to cover. I think 1 more coat and I might get away with it. If not, it's red and the blemishes are show. They just look like weather. I got round to the back doors, and I was halfway through taping this. And you can see the 2 different tapes. I had to go and find a little bit off of another reel. But then I was left with the windows. So I used Masco cello tape. It's on rubber, so it don't matter. She's all ready for spraying. Masco cello tape. Okay, I'll give it 1 coat of salvage paint, but it's not really good. But it'll look brilliant from a mile away. I'll give it another coat. Yeah, I've got a bit of paint left in the thing. So fingers crossed. Just washed all my kit. I'll put my little sprayer back in the bag. Don't look like much to it, but it's what's called high volume, low pressure, and it works. It's slower, a bit slower putting the stuff on, but by God it works. And that big thick lead is easier to handle than the big heavy cable. That goes where you want it to. Anyway, job done. I've got half a can of thinners left over, and in the winter I'll buy another can of paint, touch her up. But for now, job done. I'll show you her in a minute when she's out in the light. Well, there she is. The cello Masco tape worked. It left a little bit of glue on the rubbers, which I can wash off, not a problem. But I'm happy with what I got. She's covered. Job done. She's there she is. Finished tomorrow. Bumpers. Do the wheels and the tyres, and she's ready to rock and roll. And the garage, as I say, I've done it with a low pressure, high volume, low pressure. Last time I sprayed a car in this garage, everything, I mean everything, was covered in red overspray. Look, literally everything. And subsequent cars, I used to have to cover everything up. But that high volume, look, I've only put the mask on once. It's a fantastic kit. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'll show you a bit tomorrow when the band's finished. And just remember to add it. Well, as I said, she looks okay. But the paintwork fucking leaves a lot to be desired. She, next time I'll buy 2 litres of fucking paint, because 1 litre is not enough. but there she is. Good enough for me. Good enough for the king.